Well, the summer humidity has abated, the roof is open, and it's time for football at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Turn there, gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Ball at the 33, second and 9.
On the quick, right?
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Foul. 118. What's that?
Here's Stroud. Going right side here, and that's complete. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second and 8.
Brings up second and 8 at the Bears' 49-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet. Trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60.
And they'll run it here. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. The Texans at 2-6 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Stroud looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends now.
Touchdown, Texans! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They get this out left. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Down the right sideline. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Malik Neighbors with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately, to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll drop to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Bears.
They'll look to throw again. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. This now a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll try and do this himself. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Bears, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Bears.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Look to hot. Tony.
Throwing now is Stroud. Toward the sideline, And look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, hey.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up second and 12 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
2J. 11. Hey, Uno Mars.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Nick Bonito
A 7-yard loss.
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Oh, hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Bears take over.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That is caught by Hunter. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
First down, Chicago.
That's out to the left, flat and complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have broken the tie.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And they'll get the this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
The 37-yard line.
Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Stroud. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Stroud working out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
At the 13-yard line.
Oh, right. 118. What's that?
Again, it's Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Ready? 19.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Go! Lions.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Stroud sets up the play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot on the fumble. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Let's go. 19 target.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Josh Hines Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
18 Cardinals, 79 Broncos. Go.
Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll show the defense.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down.
Here we go. 19 Texans. Buggy. 19 Texans.
And Stroud now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Nicholson. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Stroud to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
At the 42-yard line.
Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
2nd and 4. Now he'll tuck this and run. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game. Ball tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
2nd and 6. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18 Pioneers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunter. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Travis Hunter, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull the playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right, Tony.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
2nd and 11. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
35 yards.
And the Bears have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Texans 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go. Here we go.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready?
And they'll go on the ground. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Look the hot. Look the hot. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing now is Stroud.
A short throw caught by Andrews.
And look at this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Here's Stroud. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Hey, south. 18. What's that? Buggy. 11. White. Look the hot.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Wide open receiver, complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Cowboy 80.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Uno. Here we go. Tony.
Now Stroud.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now down to 20.
Bears 41, Texans 21.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
We're all about the numbers.
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're off.